Good morning, Team Project Online. Well, I am Mr. Argueta. Just wanted to put a video together for you, kind of recap what's happened in the first week. Of course, introduce myself formally and put a face to the name and all that good stuff. Put some details in regards to how to get in contact with me and where we are headed in the class. First and foremost, as I said earlier, my name is Mr. Argueta. I will be the instructor for Team Project Online. I know a lot of people have questions on how this all is going to work. I have been reading some of your introductions and I appreciate it. We have a pretty diverse class this semester. It's a pretty good sized class. I think the last count was somewhere around 34 people. So we have a good group. Teams will be developed in a couple of weeks, so no need to worry about teams yet. But we do have a couple of pressing matters that I want to make sure we cover. First and foremost, the best way to reach me is probably by email, largetta@gntc.edu. Second way you could attempt to call me is, or to reach me is to call me at 706-272-2952. Yeah, if I don't pick up, obviously I'm not in my office, but you can leave a voicemail. In both those methods, I will attempt to get back with you within about 24 to 48 hours. If it's really pressing, let me know that you need something. But for the most part, I think most students are okay with a 24-hour turnaround time. I try to do it sooner than that, but I don't want to mislead you as to always being able to get back to you quickly. So the first thing that I wanted to cover is what has happened already in the first week. So week one, we should have done your syllabus quiz, printed out your syllabus, of course, and understand how you're being graded. And then introduce yourself in regards to our discussion. In our discussion post, you should have told me a little bit about yourself and replied to at least 2 other people in the class. Now, for the most part, I think everyone has done that well. I just wanted to make sure we're all on the same page. So week one, syllabus quiz and introduction. Week one technically ended last night, Tuesday at 11:59. The way this semester is scheduled, because we started sort of in the middle of the week, we started last Wednesday, the folders, if you may, or the work, the assignments are due at the end of the day on Tuesday, and the new work starts Wednesday morning. So today, which is the 11th of January, the new assignments are due in all of the other classes as well, unless the professor has changed it. But in my classes, everything starts on Wednesday because of the way the semester started. So week one, syllabus quiz should have been completed. Your discussions of introductions should have been done, and a reply to 2 students should have been made. Week two, I am looking for your powerful object. This is anything that reminds you of the strength and ability that you have, something that makes you feel positive and strong. Put some thought into it. I would love to see a picture of it. I'll give you an example. Some people might say, this is my powerful object. And to you, it might be a blue cup. And I don't know if you can grab that or not, but this cup has been pretty beat up. And this is a Chicago police officer mug. My sister is a Chicago police officer. I am from Chicago. I was born and raised there till I came to to God's country, the South, as people call it. But prior to that, my life has been in Chicago, and this was a mug my sister gave me. She works in the south side of Chicago, and if you've heard the news anytime within the last couple of years, you know that that's where the high violent area is of the city. So this reminds me of where I've come from. This reminds me not only of where I've come from, but where my sister is at currently and doing her job. And of course, it reminds me to keep her in my thoughts and prayers every day. But it also holds something very meaningful to me in regards to my upbringing. Tells me where I came from. I thank God moved to the South and raising my family here, and we have a great life here. But it wasn't always that way. I grew up in a tough area of Chicago. I went to Chicago Public High School. School every day for me in the high school era was pretty rough, pretty hard. So we've come a long way, and this is my powerful object. That if I've made it through that, I can make it through other things. So that's kind of the idea with this project. So if you've already started, please make sure you find a picture of that. Don't just tell me about it. It's hard to visualize it just by your writing. Make sure your discussions are meaningful. Do not reply saying, great topic, good post. Give me something meaningful. This is a capstone class. If not all of you, most of you are reaching the end of your career here at GNTC. So I'm expecting some good conversations in our discussions. So I have posted examples of top tier projects so you can have an idea of what it is. And we will develop this as we go along in regards to your project. So again, week 1 has ended yesterday, but if you haven't done your work, please do so immediately. Syllabus quiz and your introduction, reply to 2 people. This week, week 2, I'm expecting some good conversations surrounding your powerful object, your something that brings you to that place where it reminds you of where you come from, talks about your strengths and abilities. Make sure you reply to 2 people's comment. And like I said, make the replies meaningful. I don't want to put a word limit. I think that's silly. I think you are all obviously gone through this program. You know what's expected. I'm not going to grade people who are just giving a good reply, good post. You know, at this point, I understand we're all busy, but put some effort to it, and we can avoid all the other conflicts with this situation. So if you have any questions, feel free to email me. If you have any concerns, I'm open to your ideas in regards to team development. If not, the teams will be developed in a couple of weeks, and it will be done at random. And by random, I mean I enter all your information into a Excel spreadsheet. I hit till it randomly selects people, and that's what your team is. So I don't consider any locations, or I don't consider people knowing each other. So either way, hope you're doing well. I hope your semester has started well, and good luck, guys. We'll talk to you soon.